So here's example 1. Okay, so first let's write down the steps before we do that. So step 1. Let's write them all down first. And there are 5 steps. And, oh, there's 6 steps. Sounds like a lot, but it's not going to be. And step 6. Okay. So, step 1 is going to be draw a square. Okay? Easy peasy. Just draw a square. Okay? And then we have step 2. You're going to divide that square into vertical lines. Okay? Lines, and then you're going to shade. Okay? And how many vertical lines are you going to divide it into? Well, your fraction is going to tell us that. Okay? So step 3 is going to be divide your square into horizontal lines. We already did vertical, so now it's going to be horizontal. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to shade. Sorry. And then step 4, you're going to count all your double shaded squares. So you're going to count all the double shaded. Some are going to be shaded just once, some are going to be shaded twice, and we want to count the double shaded. Count the double shaded, and then that's going to be your numerator. And I'm going to explain this, okay? And then your step 5 is going to be, the denominator is going to be count the total squares. Which is going to be your denominator. Okay? And then you're going to simplify. This is going to be when you have a fraction and it might need to be simplified. Okay. So, okay. So let's go ahead and try an example. So, go ahead and make sure you have these written down. Okay, so let's do example 1 now. Is going to be 2/3 times 4/5. 2/3 times 4/5. Okay, so step 1 was draw a square. Okay, so simple, you're going to draw a square. Okay, now I'm going to put my 2/3 and 4/5 on one of these sides. So I'm going to put 2/3 here, and I'm going to put 4/5 up here. Okay? So what does that mean? That means that I need to split this square into 3 parts. Okay? Because remember, this down here, the denominator tells me how many parts are total, and the numerator tells me how many parts you want. Okay? So I'm going to split this into 3 parts, but I want 2 of those parts. Okay? I want the 2 out of the 3. So I'm going to shade 1 and 2. Okay? So that's my 2/3. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this 4/5. Okay? How many parts do I need? 5. Okay? And how many parts am I going to shade? 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many parts am I going to shade? 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're overlapping. You have to be able to see that the 2/3 ones go horizontal, and then the 4/5 ones are going vertical. So when you're doing the 4/5 and you already have the 2/3 shaded, don't worry about the 2/3, okay? I didn't just shade the ones that only had green in it. I shaded all the way down, okay? Now, in order to figure out 2/3 times 4/5, my next step said, step 4 says count the double shaded, okay? Which ones are double shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is my numerator, okay? And then step 5 says the total number of squares, all together, total, is my denominator. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so my answer is going to be 8/15. Okay, some of you might already know how to multiply fractions, which is fine. Okay, we're going to be doing that tomorrow. We're going to do a little bit more after that. But in order to know how to do it, that's great, fine. But you need to know why you're doing it. Why does it look like, why does it come out to look like this? Well, we just showed it. We need to learn why we do things, okay? This is the model to show that. All right, so our answer here was 8/15. Do I need to simplify that? No, I'm good. Okay, so we're going to do another example. So on your homework, I believe you're going to have to be modeling these fractions. Okay, let's do another example. Example 2, because this one's a little bit different. 2 times 3/4. Okay, here's that whole number. What do I do with a whole number? Well, I'm going to show you. Okay, so I have 2 over here. I'm going to put a 2 on this side, and I'm going to do a 3/4 on the top. Okay. Okay, so right here it's telling me that I have 3/4 2 times. Okay, I'm counting 3/4 2 times. This isn't a fraction. Well, I mean, technically it's a fraction if you look like that, but it's telling me that I'm multiplying this, whatever this fraction is, twice, 2 times. So I'm going to have, anytime you have a whole number, it's going to be a whole box. So I have 2 boxes because there's 2 of them. If this were to say 5 times 3/4, I would write 5 boxes. 5 whole boxes, because this is my whole number. Okay, so I have 2 this way. Now this one tells me that I need to split my boxes into how many parts? 4, okay? 4, okay? But how many do I want shaded? 3, I want 3 shaded. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I forgot to shade my 2. Shade my 2 has to be all of it, because I want all 2. Okay, so step 4 says I need to count my double shaded. So how many are double shaded? So we got 2 times 3/4 is equal to 1. How many are double shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are double shaded. Over how many total spaces do I have? How many total boxes? I have total in one part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, remember, because that's my denominator. I don't count all of them. It's just my denominator. Okay, so 6/4. And the reason why I have number 6 on there, simplify, is this very reason. Okay, 6/4. I need to simplify that. Okay, how do I simplify that? If it's improper, I divide. So take it over here. Okay, you should be able to know how to do this now without doing this division. The shortcut is, okay, if I were to take a whole 4 out of this 6, I'm going to get 1 whole and 2 left over. So you got to start getting shortcuts and learning how to do that mentally in your head. Okay, and one more time, 1/2. All right, I'm going to do one more example here. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video. Okay, example 3. Okay, 1/2 times 2, there's my whole number, and 1/4. Okay, so remember, I need to pick, I have 2, 1/2 over here, and my 2 and 1/4. It doesn't matter where you put them. Okay, and I need to draw my squares. Okay, so how many squares do I need to be doing? Remember, I had that 2 before, my 2 whole number, so I did 2 squares. Here I have 2 and a little bit left over. That's like saying I have 2 1/4 pizzas. Well, how many pizzas did you order? You ordered 3 pizzas. Okay, you didn't say, hey, can I order 2 1/4 pizza? You said, hey, can I order 3 pizzas? And let's say you had 2 1/4 left over. Originally, you started with 3 pizzas. So I need 3 boxes. So I got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, and I need, how many do I need to divide it into? 4 parts. Okay, and that's what this tells me here. That 4 tells me how many parts do I need to divide it into. Okay, and then the 1 tells me how many do I need to shade. So, well, the 2 tells me that I'm going to shade in all 2 of them. And then this leftover 1 tells me I just want 1 more. Okay, now let's do the 1/2. Okay, 1/2 means this 2 needs to tell me how many I need to divide it into. Remember, this is horizontal. And the 1 tells me I'm going to shade just 1 part of them. Okay? So 2 1/4 times 1/2 is equal to what? Okay? Doing this is going to take a lot longer when you actually learn how to multiply it. Not a lot longer, but when you actually learn how to multiply it. But right now we're explaining, just by modeling it, what the answer is going to be. So let's count. How many do we have that are double, remember, that are double shaded? 1, 2, this is double, 3, double, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9, and remember, how many parts do I have in my 1 square? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, need to divide that. You get 1 and 1/8. All right, hope that makes sense. You might have to watch the video over again. Make sure you're following the steps. If you follow the steps, then you're good to go. You know how to do it.